In early 2021, a shocking incident shook New York City. Christine Angela Davis, a beautiful flight attendant, spent New Year's Eve with 11 men in a luxurious hotel. After a night of wild partying, she was found dead in a bathtub under mysterious circumstances. The 11 men became instant suspects, but the case took an unexpected turn when the police revealed that all of them were gay. This incident sparked heated discussions online with various speculations and opinions. Let's delve into the details of this perplexing case. Christine Angela Davis was born on April 13, 1997, in San Francisco, California. She was the second of 4 children in her family. From a young age, Christine was known for her striking beauty and academic prowess. After graduating high school, she attended Stanford University. Christine had a vibrant personality and often shared her life on social media. She actively participated in beauty pageants, dance competitions, and modeling events, achieving considerable success. In 2017, she competed in the Miss USA pageant and was crowned first runner-up. Following her pageant success, Christine pursued her dream job as a flight attendant. In 2019, she was hired by American Airlines and moved to New York City to accommodate her new career. Her Instagram following quickly grew to over 160,000 as she shared glamorous photos from her travels and life in the Big Apple. On December 28, 2020, Christine posted a photo on social media with the caption, "Last flight of the year." Little did she know that it would indeed be her last flight ever. On December 31st, 2020, Christine decided to celebrate New Year's Eve with a few friends. Coincidentally, 3 of her friends, Greg Hoffman, John Smith, and Ryan Gallagher, invited her to join them at the Four Seasons Hotel in Manhattan. Initially, it was supposed to be a small gathering of 4 people. However, Greg, John, and Ryan invited 8 more men to join the party. Christine didn't know these additional guests, but she agreed to the expanded celebration, excited for a night of festivities to ring in the new year. The group checked into 2 adjacent rooms, 2209 and 2207. As the only woman among 11 men, Christine appeared to be in high spirits as they began their celebration with champagne and laughter. Security camera footage later revealed the sequence of events throughout the night, providing crucial evidence for the investigation. At 11:38 p.m., Christine was seen chasing 2 men from room 2207-2209, holding a glass of wine. She appeared to be having fun and showed no signs of distress. At this time, she also made a call to her mother, telling her she was having a fantastic New Year's Eve at the hotel. By 1:45 a.m., the party was in full swing, with music blaring from both rooms. Hotel staff were called to request the group lower the volume, but no complaints about Christine's well-being were made. At 2:50 a.m., Christine was captured holding hands with one of the men, looking happy as they left room 2209. They appeared to be heading towards the elevator, possibly to visit the hotel's rooftop bar. Just 2 minutes later, 2:52 a.m., Christine and John Smith were seen at the door of room 2209. Christine attempted to kiss John, who seemed uncomfortable and tried to focus on ringing the doorbell. This interaction would later become a key point in the investigation. Around 3:30 a.m., several party attendees were seen ordering food from room service, including Christine, who appeared intoxicated but still coherent. By 4:13 a.m., Christine appeared visibly intoxicated and was being carried back to room 2209 by 2 of the men. They struggled to keep her upright, which may have contributed to some of the bruising later found on her body. At 5:45 a.m., a hotel guest from a nearby room reported hearing loud laughter and the sound of furniture being moved. This noise complaint was logged but not immediately acted upon due to the high volume of New Year's celebrations throughout the hotel. The last footage, at 6:23 a.m., showed Christine being carried back to room 2209, visibly inebriated. This was the last time she was seen alive on camera. The next morning, around 10 a.m., Greg Hoffman was the first to wake up. He stumbled into the bathroom and found Christine lying in the bathtub. Assuming she had fallen asleep there after drinking too much, he covered her with a blanket and went back to sleep, not realizing the gravity of the situation. Later that afternoon, around 3 p.m., Greg checked on Christine again. This time, he noticed her face had an unusual bluish tint. Alarmed, he tried to detect her breathing, realized she had passed away. In a panic, Greg called John and Ryan for help. The three men, inexperienced in handling such a situation, attempted CPR for nearly 20 minutes. They debated whether to call the police immediately or try to revive her further. Finally, they alerted the whole staff, who immediately called emergency services. Paramedics arrived at 3:45 p.m. and rushed Christine to Mount Sinai Hospital, where she was officially pronounced dead on arrival, 4:12 p.m. The delay in seeking medical help would later become a point of contention in the investigation. The initial autopsy report, completed on January 2, 2021, stated that Christine died from a ruptured aortic aneurysm. However, the medical examiner also found bruises and scratches on her body, including her right hand, right thigh, knee, ankle, and inner thighs. There were also abrasions in her private area. This led the police to suspect foul play. New York Police Department Chief Detective Michael Anderson held a press conference January 4th, declaring it a potential homicide case, with all 11 men as suspects. He stated, "We have arrested 3 of them. The other 8 are being pursued. They have 72 hours to turn themselves in, or the consequences will be severe." The presence of semen in Christine's body further complicated the case, leading to speculation about sexual assault. Detective Anderson's premature statements, made before a thorough investigation, would later prove problematic. As news of the incident spread, caused a sensation across the country. Many people condemned the 11 men and demanded severe punishment. Social media exploded with hashtags like Justice for Christine and Hotel Horror. Others criticized Christine for her perceived reckless behavior, leading to debates about victim blaming. However, the case took a surprising turn when Greg, John, and Ryan claimed their innocence during interrogation. They revealed that they, along with the other 8 men, were all gay and had no sexual interest in Christine. They explained that Christine was aware of their sexual orientation and felt comfortable partying with them, considering them her gay best friend. This revelation led to a re-examination of the evidence. The police realized they had made several oversights in their initial investigation. They hadn't compared the DNA from the semen found in Christine's body with the suspect's DNA before making accusations. While the forensic report showed injuries on Christine's body, couldn't determine how these injuries were caused or their exact timing. The security camera footage showed Christine's behavior throughout the night, including her attempts to kiss one of the men who seemed uncomfortable with her advances. They also hadn't thoroughly interviewed other hotel guests or staff who might have witnessed relevant events. As pressure mounted from the public and Christine's family, the authorities conducted a more thorough investigation. A second autopsy was performed on January 27, 2021, revealing that Christine's heart weighed 500 grams, significantly more than the average 300 grams. Signs of internal bleeding were also found in her kidneys, supporting the theory of a natural cause of death. Toxicology reports showed the presence of high blood pressure medication in Christine's system, but no illegal substances. This raised questions about whether Christine had an underlying health condition she was unaware of. White powder found in the hotel room was tested and determined to be cocaine, not flour as initially suspected. However, none of the men tested positive for drug use. All 11 men were separately tested for drugs and underwent extensive questioning. Their alibis and statements cross-checked with available evidence. The bruises on Christine's body were reassessed. Medical experts suggested they could be consistent with falls due to intoxication and attempts to move an unconscious person. Hotel staff and guests from neighboring rooms were interviewed, providing additional context about the noise levels and activities throughout the night. Christine's medical history was thoroughly examined, revealing no prior indications of heart problem. This led to speculation about whether the combination of alcohol, excitement, and possibly undiagnosed high blood pressure could have led to her death. On April 23, 2021, police released a 19-page report concluding that there was insufficient evidence to prove foul play. The report detailed several key points about the case. The cause of death was determined to be natural causes: a ruptured aortic aneurysm, likely exacerbated by excessive alcohol consumption and heightened excitement, leading to a spike in blood pressure. The bruises and abrasions on Christine's body were consistent with accidental injuries from falling or being moved while unconscious. The presence of semen could not be definitively linked to any of the 11 men, and given their sexual orientation, was likely from a previous sexual encounter. Security footage showed no signs of coercion or distress from Christine throughout the night. Witness statements from hotel staff and other guests corroborated the men's version of events. The case was officially closed, with all charges against the 11 men dropped due to lack of evidence. Detective Anderson stated, "After a thorough investigation, we have concluded that Ms. Davis's tragic death was not the result of foul play. We extend our deepest condolences to her family and apologize for any undue stress our initial statements may have caused." The case's dramatic turnaround led to significant public criticism of the police's initial handling of the investigation. Detective Michael Anderson was dismissed for making premature statements about the case, as was the medical examiner who provided an incomplete initial report. The Four Seasons Hotel faced penalties for allowing the party to take place during pandemic restrictions, including a 6-month suspension of operations and a fine of $10,000. This led to discussions about the responsibility of hotels in monitoring guest behavior, especially during health crises. Christine's family, unsatisfied with the conclusion, continued to seek justice. They believed there was more to the story and criticized the police for what they perceived as a rushed investigation. Christine's mother stated in an interview, "We're prepared to exhume Christine's body for further examination if necessary. We won't rest until we know the whole truth." Meanwhile, 5 of the 11 men filed defamation lawsuits against Christine's family for false accusations and the emotional distress caused by the public backlash. This raised complex legal and ethical questions about the balance between seeking justice and protecting the wrongly accused. The incident sparked broader discussions about several societal issues. It highlighted the dangers of excessive drinking and the importance of responsible alcohol consumption. The case emphasized the need for thorough and unbiased police investigations, especially in high-profile cases. It also demonstrated the power and potential dangers of social media in shaping public opinion, for all facts are known. The ongoing problem of victim blaming in cases involving young women was brought to the forefront. Lastly, it underscored the importance of regular health checkups. Christine's undiagnosed heart condition might have been detected earlier. As we reflect on this tragic event, it's crucial to approach such situations with empathy and avoid rushing to judgment. Christine's story serves as a cautionary tale about the unpredictability of life and the potential consequences of our choices. In memory of Christine, her family established a foundation to promote responsible partying and raise awareness about undiagnosed heart conditions in young adults. They hope that by sharing Christine's story, they can prevent similar tragedies in the future. The case of Christine Angela Davis remains a topic of discussion and debate, reminding us of the complexities involved in investigating unexpected death and the importance of thorough, unbiased examination of evidence. It also underscores the need for greater awareness and understanding in our society, particularly when it comes to health, safety, and judgment of others. The incident also raised questions about the responsibilities of social media influencers. Christine. Many wondered if the pressure to maintain a glamorous online persona contributed to risky behavior. Some critics argued that influencers should be more transparent about the realities of their lifestyles rather than only showcasing the highlights. The case also highlighted the potential dangers of mixing prescription medication with alcohol. Health experts used this opportunity to educate the public about the risks of combining high blood pressure medication with excessive drinking. They emphasized the importance of consulting with healthcare providers about potential drug interactions. The legal system's handling of the case came under scrutiny as well. Some legal experts criticized the initial rush to arrest suspects before a thorough investigation was completed. They argued that this case demonstrated the need for reforms in how high-profile cases are handled to protect both the rights of the accused and the integrity of the investigation. The role of the media in sensationalizing the case was also debated. Many felt that the rush to report every detail, often before facts were confirmed, contributed to the spread of misinformation and unnecessary public panic. This led to calls for more responsible journalism, especially in cases involving potential crime. In the months following the closure of the case, several documentaries and podcasts explored Christine's story. These productions aim to provide a more nuanced view of the events, often highlighting the complexities of the investigation and the dangers of jumping to conclusion. The case also had implications for the hotel industry. Many hotels reviewed their policies regarding guest behavior and staff training for emergency situations. Some implemented stricter monitoring systems for large gatherings, especially during holiday periods. In the end, the tragic death of Christine Angela Davis served as a sobering reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of making informed decisions. It challenged societal assumptions about gender, sexuality, and personal responsibility. The case continues to be studied in law enforcement circles as an example of the importance of thorough, unbiased investigation. While the legal case may be closed, the conversations it sparked about health, safety, and social responsibility continue. Christine's story, though tragic, has the potential to save lives by raising awareness about hidden health conditions and the dangers of excessive partying. Her legacy, though not what she might have envisioned, may ultimately be one of education and prevention. As society continues to grapple with the issues raised by this case, It's clear that Christine's story will be remembered, not just for its sensational aspects, but for the important questions it raised about how we live, celebrate, and look out for one another in our modern, interconnected world.